Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Monster Hunter World 3rd. It's Walt. So after last episode, I did a little bit of research, and the Bull Drum, in fact, does not have any armor whatsoever in this game. So that makes him even more worthless. So there's literally no reason to fight him, other than the fact that he's a key quest and you're required to fight him. Yay. In this episode, we're gonna take a bath because I have not bathed yet. So I'm a dirty boy. Need to clean up before I go out in the field and get even more dirty. So, that kind of doesn't make sense thinking about it, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go to a new location today because, as nice as these mountains are, sure it gets tiring seeing the same old spot. So not only are we going to get to a new location, because, variety is the spice of life, we also have a new prey to slaughter. Gonna hunt a Great Jaggy, which is basically the leader of those smaller Jaggies we killed when we started the game. I also want to make sure we have pickaxes, because this place may have Belite ore, and I need Belite ore badly. Also, I need healing badly. Where's the mercy when you need one? Anyway. What was I gonna say? Right. So the Great Jaggy is another beginner. Oh, sorry. Alright, as I was saying before the cutscene very rudely interrupted me, and I want to respect it for what it is. Great Jaggy is a beginner monster. And unlike the Bull Drum, he's designed pretty decently. But before we even go to the Great Jaggy, some may just call him Jaggy because he's honestly not that great of a large monster. Like, honestly, can't really... Oh, I did not mean to charge that. Okay. Also, I'm going to gather bugs and stuff while I'm here, because I am in desperate need of materials, and gathering while out on quest is a good time to do that. And I thought, let's look around Sandy Plains a bit, because Sandy Plains is a new map, and it's very different from the home that we call the Misty Peaks. It's not very lush, it's pretty arid, it's pretty dry. I'd say not much water, but there's that huge mass of water. Like, is that a pond? Or is that a lake? Honestly, that's actually really big. That's bigger than, like, I'd expect. That's what she said. Anyway. Innuendo jokes aside. So mine is Area 1. This place is really dry. Oops. And deserts tend to get very hot. So, naturally, some areas are hotter than others, and we'll be feeling the heat here soon enough. Do you guys mind? Like, bruh, I'm just trying to get some bugs. I'm not even fighting you. You can't eat me because I have too much health. That's how that works, right? Yeah. Anyway, when you take a step out into Area 8, you'll notice that your health bar flashes red, and that you're slowly losing health over time. That's because you're out in the desert and it's really hot outside. Extreme heat is undangerous. I have a wonderful way with words. It is dangerous for humans, and honestly, you just can't take the heat. But if you have like a nice coffee, which I don't like iced coffee, but that's beside the point. You have a cool drink, it negates the heat effect, so you can walk out in the desert like there's nothing wrong. Like, walk out in the desert like it's... What's a good temperature? 60, 65 degrees Fahrenheit? Wouldn't want that to be Celsius, because then that'd be like the desert. Hot. Probably hotter than the desert. Unfortunately, there aren't that many gathering points out in the desert, so I kind of just wasted a cool drink there. But, you know, gotta show off new game mechanics, right? Mm. You know, going back to the whole environment thing that I mentioned a while ago, like how I like how the environments are designed. You know, Mystic Peaks isn't the only map that's varied in environments from area to area. Sandy Plains does have its own variety too, like this cave here, the deserts out there, like arid plains in area 1 and 4. It's all nice. I always love variety in areas in my games, so. Area 6 is probably one of the more important areas you want to go to if you're looking for ore, so there should be a lot of mining places. And unfortunately for me and anyone that's playing Portable Third, the mining nodes in this game are cracks in the wall, while in future and past game, Monster Hunter Tri by the way, they have their own little like ore rock, and they're a lot easier to see. Fortunately, I don't think many ore spots spawned. So one thing I like to mention about these cats is that they will steal your items. They are very annoying. And that one just got away with my parachute. You don't even get the joy of killing them, honestly, because they just kind of... Like, you know, I've run out of health. I'm just going to cart myself and just go back home. Cats... black cats in particular steal stuff, and they drop shinies. Shinies can sometimes give you secret stashes, sometimes they give you supply items like the first aid med and rations. Sometimes like a paw pass stamp. Like, that might be the one scenario where you don't really want to gather shiny items just because they're not that useful. Also, if any black cat steals any items from you, and you can find a cat statue in the map, you can gather at it to reclaim your items. So, that's something I didn't know when I first started playing the series, and it's very useful, honestly. So if, like, you get, like, 5 Mega Potions stolen from you, they're not gone forever. Always reclaim them. So, just thought I'd mention that. While it's nice to admire the scenery, gather rocks and bugs and mushrooms and what have you, we do have a target to hunt. Let's forget about it for a moment because there's more rocks. Or a hunter, portable third. Thord. I can speak English. Jesus. Alright, the Great Jaggy is a bird wyvern. Non-elemental, so he doesn't have anything special about him, really, in terms of, like, attack powers. However, his attacking properties are probably the most interesting out of the 3 large monsters that we've fought. His primary attack is getting hit and not doing anything. I joke. He has several moves, actually, like more than Definitely more than Bull Drone, probably about the same as Arzuros. But his moves are a bit more varied. He has a biting attack. He has tail whips, he can just attack with his tail. He can call Jackies, that's what he does when he's doing that little roaring thing you saw in the cutscene. Or, that's just him getting enraged, but if he does that without that, oh, that was him calling Jackies. And what you about saw there was his most dangerous attack, where he takes his hip and basically leaps forward, hitting you with his hip. This is what is known as a hip check, and hip checks always hurt. Doesn't matter what monster it is. Some monsters have stupid amounts of range with it, but thankfully that one monster in particular isn't in this game. So I am spared from that at least. Great Jaggy's hip check isn't really that bad. And Great Jaggy in general isn't that bad, because he doesn't charge at you. Although a lot of his moves are quick, at least they don't do much damage, and I should have brought more healing items. But you live and learn. Or you die because you didn't learn fast enough. Great Jaggy does have one break, his head, but that was already broken before, like, I could even say his moveset. Poor guy's limping away. And he dropped a shiny while he was limping away, so that's fun. Wyvern tier, definitely a Wyvern and not a Raptor, but don't want to confuse those two species, honestly. Ha! I'll get you my stone. There we go, got him. And we're gonna die to him because I did not want to waste a Mega Potion. I think we can beat this guy without using it. Especially if you knock him over like that. Like that. Knocked him over for good. That's a big boy. Now his little jackets are gonna annoy the ever-living poop out of me. Did I just carve a regular Jaggy scale from him? Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, you're not just a regular Jaggy in disguise. I appreciate your great hide. I will need that for materials. For materials, listen to me, that is a material. Also, you thought I was done mining, but I'm not. Overall, the Great Jaggy isn't bad. He's a decent introductory monster. I still think Arzuros does the best job out of any monster in the series to introducing new players to the mechanics of combat system, just because Arzuros has more tells than Great Jaggy. Like, the only move that you can actually really see coming is the hip check from Great Jaggy. I mean, you can see the moves coming, but they're a lot faster than anything that Arzuros has. So we have Screamers, regular Jaggy scale, 3 Jaggy hides, and 2 Screamers. Not a terrible haul. There are better hauls from this guy, but it's whatever, honestly. Oh, excuse me. Anyway. Now, I do remember there being a bathtub quest, or hot spring, not bathtub. That's a really big bathtub, by the way. There's a hot spring quest with the Great Jaggy in it. Figured may as well do it since this episode is focused on the Great Jaggy. So, I'm gonna take care of farm stuff, and I'll be right back. Alright. Welcome back. I farmed up real good. So, apparently this guy wants something. I have no idea. Oh, a new drink quest is available. Oh no, I wonder what this one is. Ah, a snooze fest. Nice. We're here to fight another Great Jaggy. Oh, that is not the right button to accept the quest. That's how you cancel. This Great Jaggy's gonna have more health, so I'm gonna want to make more potions. Alright, I guess we can talk about combining mechanics. More so. So you may have heard that weird noise, and if you pause the video, you saw garbage created. So each combination has a certain success rate. So with potions, it's 95% chance. 95% chance to get a potion. But on that 5% chance, you'll make hot garbage, which is absolutely useless in every way. See? More useless garbage. Garbage just wastes your crafting materials and it sucks. See, it's junk. I wouldn't even bother with it. I'm just gonna leave it there because I know I'm gonna make more junk as I go through the game. Of course, there are ways to increase the combination chance. Certain armor skills can increase it. That's expensive. Do I want to do that? I guess. Because I do need healing potions. Certain armor skills can increase your combination chance. Another item that can increase your combination chance is Book of Combos. These only have like one item per stack, and they only take effect once, so you can't just buy like a million Book of Combos one and expect to have like a 200% chance combination rate. Because that's just not how that works. Only have one. If you see them in the item shop, I recommend getting them. All of them. Because less garbage you make, the better. Now, as for like Linian info and Tyron info, these are monster species info. These will give you info about the monsters that are in the game. So, you don't have to get them, but I like to. Because it kind of, like, builds upon monsters that are in the game. Of course, to see this info, you go to Monster List, and like, oh, you can see name, nicknames. I was like, it's an alias. My brain is not working. It's been a long day. How dangerous they are, and the number that you've killed. Next to it, in the parentheses, is the number that you've captured. There's a lot of monsters in this game. There's also a description of them. So there's a lot, and a lot of monsters that we haven't seen yet. We'll get to. Actually, all of the monsters in the game, almost. That we'll get to them eventually. So that's interesting. Interesting stuff. Let's see. I did grab the right quest. I did. So, can continue. I did buy healing potions, right? I think I did. If not, it's an online quest. We get more items. Yay. Now, there's something interesting about the desert at night as well, compared to the desert in the daytime. It's like, oh, day and night cycle. That doesn't affect much, right? In most games. It affects how the areas look. This is the one map in the game where day and night has a major effect on how gameplay works. You may have noticed that we did not get a cool drink in the item box, but instead we got a hot drink. We got a cappuccino. It's nice and warm. Negates cold areas. Since deserts get cold at night, it makes sense. So I'll briefly go over what cold does, and then I'll fight the not so great Jaggy. So when you're in a cold area, your stamina bar kind of flashes blue. Now this doesn't have any immediate effect on you. However, if you wait long enough, your maximum stamina will drop faster than it normally does. So you essentially get hungry significantly faster when cold. It's not as bad as being hot, but you still want to take that hot drink, because losing all your stamina is not fun, because you need that to roll around and run. And for certain weapons, you need that to do damage. Like, if you're a bow user, you absolutely need that stamina. Stamina is very useful for hammer, dual blades. It's an absolute necessity for bow, though. Oh, where are you going? Oh, he's going to two. Gotta hunt him down. Gonna track him. Now, one thing I'd like to mention about Great Jaggy is that monsters that have the same kind of... Yeah, where do you think you're going? Anyway. The monsters that have the same kind of skeleton as Great Jaggy, they can go into like small holes that are in the areas. Like you may have seen in the last hunt. It's why I recommend paintballing them, because you can actually lose them pretty easily in those tunnels, because you don't know where they go. You can't go into the tunnels yourself, because you're, I guess, too big, even though the Great Jaggy is bigger than you. It's game logic, alright? I wouldn't question it. It just works. Another thing I'd like to mention about the Great Jaggy fight in general, probably the most annoying part about it is just all the minions he summons. Like, minions are always the most annoying thing, minus, like, in the game, minus Bull Drum, but that's Bull Drum. Bull Drum's special. But those, larger Jaggy, also known as Jaggia, they have a hip check move like Great Jaggy does. That will send you flying, kind of like the Bull Fango do, but it has a tail. They're pretty annoying as well, so... Honestly, small monsters in this series are annoying. They were even worse in earlier games, because at least in this game, when like a real big monster shows up, like most of the small monsters will run away. Not the case with the small fries like Great Jaggy, but when you get to like dragons and stuff, they won't be present. Smaller boys. But if you were to go back to like earlier games like Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, Monster Hunter 1, he's already limping, and this is an online quest. May he rest in pieces, but like going back to the really old games, if you do, expect a lot more annoyances. Like, this game is pretty old. It's like 7, 8-ish years old at the time of recording this. It's pretty old, but like, once you dip 10 years back from 2018, like, you get into like really bad hitboxes on attacks, and monster AI being less lifelike. You know, they don't get tired, they only get a lot of them are just reskins of the same skeleton. I mean, this game is slightly guilty of it, but not nearly to the same degree. They do reuse skeletons, but at least they have a lot of differentiating factors between them. Also, this took a lot less time than that online Arzuros, so we take those. God, will you shut up? This great herbivore is also known as Epna. They're really loud and annoying. Also, why are you in the same area with your predators, the Jaggy? Like, get out of here, dumb dinosaur. Ah, monsters are dumb. Some things never really change, honestly. But that's part of the joy of the Monster Hunter series, you know. Dumb stuff happens, and it's fun. Hmm. Oh, we got some steel eggs. Those are a unique item. Also, King's Frill is the Great Jaggy's quote-unquote rare item. You only get from breaking his head, so definitely want to break his head. Anyway, steel eggs are special items in that they're, I think with very few exceptions in the series, they're useless to you, so they're worth selling, because they give you 1,000 zenny each. So they're just like 2 times the quest reward, basically. It's very much worthwhile. Fortunately, we did not get any Belite ore from the desert, but that's kind of life, I guess. You get everything you want. Also, I'm gonna put stuff in there. So don't really need to carry around the Book of Combos, it just takes up inventory space, and we don't have stuff to make potions on the fly, so at least not yet. We'll get there though, because we'll need that eventually. But we'll get to there when we get to there. It's a really long ways away from having to resort to that. Anyway, what you got for me? Oh wow, the hot spring's been upgraded. Now it's a different color. It's purple. My favorite color. More health. More health is always welcome. Blends in with my pompadour too. That's nice. You know, we got a lot done this episode. We ventured out to a new area. Talked about the environment. Got to meet the locals. Then we usurped the land from the Great Jaggy. It's our land now. Next time on Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, we have another new location to explore. I think we ought to do that. See you guys then.